Welcome to episode 97 of Regen Rovers, where today it's a big day for the club, the opportunity to make some dollar, because we're going to be taking on Spurs in the FA Cup 4th round away from home. Look at this, by the way. 77,577 tickets sold. It's sold out at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They've obviously expanded their stadium in the last 10 years. We're going to get a lot of money for this, aren't we? It doesn't really matter what happens in the game. It'd be great to pull off an upset. We obviously beat Brighton, another Premier League team, earlier on, well, a few weeks ago. So if we can do it at Spurs as well, that would be magnificent. I'm looking forward to looking at the finances at the end of today's video. But since I last saw you, since you last saw me, we've lost a couple games and we've won 3 games. We lost 1-0 against Stoke, not the best game in the world, but then a 2-0 win against Reading at home. Mark Bull scored the opening goal in this game. It was a fairly equal game possession-wise. We actually had more possession. Look at that tackle, by the way. And you won't recognise the name because it's a new signing, which I will introduce to you in a second. Nice counter-attack goal from us. That's what we're all about. And the second goal, Austin Tilley managed to score. I think it's a fairly decent strike. I can't quite remember, to be honest. Let's have a look at this then. So, the new man involved, Passmore involved, headed away. Howard Flanagan involved. He's not been great, has he, Howard Flanagan? He's had the odd good game. Definitely needs to improve. But if I remember correctly, yeah, it's a great strike from Austin Tilley. So before we look at the rest of the games, I will let you know about our new signing, Charlie Blackman, a position we've needed to improve, left back. That is for sure. We've definitely needed to improve that. Technically not the best, as you can see there, but physically very good, apart from strength and jumping reach. Mentally pretty good as well. I think he'll be a decent signing for us. I think he's going to be better than Whitehead at this level, that's for sure. He started at Middlesbrough. He's been on loan a couple of times, signed for Boston. Ipswich actually spent 140k on him in League One. So we've got a bit of a bargain, I think, for £37,500. I think he's going to improve, the defence and also the left-hand side of our team. Now, going out of the club is the player that came in last January, Niall Whitehead. We've sold him for 15,000. He had a decent start actually. First few games he was good. His average rating last year, as a result, wasn't too bad. It definitely dropped off, and he just got worse and worse. This year, atrocious. Look at his average rating in the league, 6.35. So we've sold him to League One Portsmouth for £15,000. We've made a bit of a profit there. I think it was the right thing to do, to be honest. He's just not been good enough. So Charlie Blackman involved already and doing okay, I think. Now, we lost 3-1 against Leeds, an expected defeat. Stevenson scored a deflected free kick for us. I think our defensive midfield positions actually contributed more goals than our central midfield position this season, because Dickie Strutton actually scored against Bristol Rovers. He came in for this game and scored a beautiful goal, which we'll look at in a bit. Bristol Rovers went 2-0 up, so it's a fantastic turnaround from us. Mark Bull got us back in the game. As you can see, we actually created the most chances. We had slightly more possession. I think we deserved to win this game. It's a second attempt finish from Mark Bull to get us back into this fixture. And he then equalised in the second half, early on in the second half. Okoro out to Blackman, and we built from the back here before Strutton slammed it up the pitch for Ryan Curtis to run onto, crossed it in, and Mark Bull finished on the volley at the back post. We then managed to go 4-2 up. Well, this was the third, and it's a beautiful free kick from Dickie Strutton, left foot into the left-hand side of the goal. In fact, we should have a look at this in a slightly different angle for you. Look at this. It's a really good free kick from Dickie Strutton, of all people. And then a minute later, Wes Honor made it 4. What a comeback. 2-0 down to 4-2 up. They did get a third goal, but it really was a magnificent performance from us. It's a classic Regen Rovers game full of goals. Samuel Orsini with an assist. He's created so many goals in his time at the club, hasn't he? From mainly left back, but also right back. And then a 5-0 thrashing over our local sort of rivals, Eastleigh. just down the road, well, they came up the road to Plumbing Park. This was the Hampshire Senior Cup. And I put out a fairly strong team. It was mixed. It was generally a second string team. Perry Miles with a man of the match performance, but everyone played brilliantly looking at this. Mosh Jan came into the team. Our young centre-back, 19 years old. 5th choice centre-back, I suppose. Wes Honor opened the scoring very early on into this game. Eventually. Brazil was tackled there. Hancock played it out wide to Perry Miles. Crossed it all the way over to Wes Honor. That is a great volley, to be fair. Lovely volley from Wes Honor. We then went 2-0 up thanks to Grant Hunt, who came into the starting lineup for this one. I had been playing sort of third choice players or even fourth choice players in Hampshire Senior Cup, but I thought against Eastleigh I wanted to put out a fairly strong team and give some football to the second string players who weren't really getting a huge amount of game time, I suppose. So yeah, that's probably why we walloped Eastleigh. I was expecting them to be better, to be honest. But yeah, we were just far too strong for the Hampshire outfit. Nice finish from Grant Hunt there to make it 3. Good to see Perry Miles getting on the score sheet. One of our own, hasn't featured as much lately, but maybe he should be in the team because remember, Howard Flanagan hasn't played particularly well. Perry Miles has. He's been much better. 6.95 in the Championship. There's an argument for bringing him back into the team now. And it was lovely to see Agu as well. Has he scored in every single season since that first season? Possibly. Let's just double check. He's our all-time top goal scorer. He hasn't scored in the league. He's only scored 1 league goal in the last 4 seasons, as you can see. But he has scored a goal, if you look at the bottom, in a competitive fixture since his first full season at the club. The first season, he only made 3 sub-appearances right at the end. Did get an assist, but since then, he scored 118 goals, 99 league goals, but Mark Ball has overtaken him. Mark Ball is our all-time league top goal scorer, and he's catching Agu fast, I'm pretty sure, for the all-time goal scorer award. It's a very exciting day for the club. We made our way up the M3 in Chef's coach. Jeremy Cook-Best still driving that coach of his. And we made it into North London to take on Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I had to do it. Blackman, Long, Dix at the back. I didn't really have any choice at centre-back, to be honest. We've had a few injuries, so Long and Dix are the only 2 that we've got available. At Passport right back, Okoro, Stevenson, Cochrane, Brazil playing instead of Flanagan, or Perry Miles actually. Giving him a shot in the middle. Passanama on the left, Mark Ball and Ryan Curtis up front. Now this Spurs team is a mixture between first, second and third choice players, I think. I mean, they've still got Christian Eriksen at the age of 36, 151 caps for Denmark. I don't know if they've still got Harry Kane and Dele Alli. They did when I looked previously, but they might just not be playing today. I don't think they're on the bench either. Now, this guy hasn't played at all, so that's why I'm saying first, second and third choice players. But there are a lot of performances in the Premier League for a lot of these players. Miskovic, for example, has made 12 starts, 7 sub-appearances. They've got some quality players. Oh dear, this is going to be really, really tough. Next level stuff. We're going to go cautious though, rather than defensive. I've been doing that recently, and I've also lowered the defensive line. It's inviting long shots, but it's preventing chances, and I'm hoping that Spurs will just have a bad day in front of goal. Let's go for that. That's worked. Have faith. It's kind of win-win for us today. We're in the FA Cup 4th round, which is good. Good to get through to this stage. I only won the 3rd round game, but it was against a Premier League team. But the biggest advantage of this match is, of course, the money coming in. Playing in front of 77,000 people. I mean, I thought Spurs were going to take the lead inside seconds then, but the result is kind of irrelevant. Of course, it'd be lovely to get through to the 5th round, have a bit of cup run, maybe take on another Premier League team away from home and get even more money. But we got to take it. Take it as we. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean. We're positive. Oh dear. Lucas Long with an own goal within a minute. He's headed into his own net there as I'm trying to blurt out some words. Not the best start. I mean, they've actually not had a shot on target and they're 1-0 up, which is a shame. Lucas Long. He's not played a huge amount lately. We've been playing Curry and Dix, and actually we've been playing Pearce and Dix, haven't we, lately? But I think he's picked up a bit of an injury today. Here's Miskovic for Spurs, into Motta, to Caruso, out wide to Perez, crossed in, and that's to Mishan. It was always going to be tough, wasn't it? Well, we're going to play a league game as well today against Birmingham. Hopefully that will be a bit more positive. But you're going to witness a thrashing, I think. Here's Miskovic on the edge of the box. And that's wide somehow. We're just not really putting up any sort of fight today, are we? Apparently I should be playing a short passing game against Spurs. I think that's just asking for trouble. Ericsson with the corner, whipped in, and that's headed onto the crossbar. Be nice if we actually create an opportunity, wouldn't it? But this is where we can create opportunities on the counter from corners. Oh, offside, fortunately. It's just Spurs constantly barraging us. But here we go, maybe, no. Mark Ball tried to lead the counter, but couldn't quite beat that defender. And now Spurs take control again. It's not pretty viewing, I must say. But think about the money. Think about all that cash coming in after this match. It's going to be delightful to see. Oh, good save of Corey's. That's one for the cameras, isn't it? Didn't really have to pull off that sort of save. And it's actually meant Ericsson's had another opportunity. And it's 3-0. This is why, if we went up to the Premier League, I don't think it would be a good thing. We would get mutilated. I know we'd have more money to spend, so in theory we should be able to get better players, but I don't know, we might not be able to attract those players. No one really, no one of championship quality wants to join it. Mark Ball is championship quality. He's top goal scorer in the league, for goodness sake. But other than that, what shall I say? We've been unlucky so far. That's motivated them, hasn't it? Be nice to get a consolation goal, wouldn't it? I'm going to bring on Perry Miles. Let's give him a go. See if we can change the game. Oh, is this an early chance? I was just sleeping then. Mark Ball has the first clear-cut chance of the game falls to Mark Ball. 61 minutes on the clock. We've been a bit more solid in this second half, haven't we? Spurs have had 19 shots, 66% possession, but they've not created a clear-cut chance. We're good at preventing those. It's usually half chances or goals from non-chances quite often against us. Here's Miskovic. Long-range shot. Nope. Oh, Motta fires over. On comes Tilly. Going to throw in Grant Hunt as well, just to give Curtis a rest. Wow, let's go attack him for the last 10 minutes, see if we can get a goal. Wow, a fairly solid display from us in the second half. It was a boring second half, but that's kind of impressive. They've scored now. It's 4-0. Kenton Howe. But it's a long-range banger again. We just concede those goals. Against Spurs, we're asking for trouble playing a deep defensive line, I suppose, because they're going to have, in theory, better players with long shots, and also we know they're a bit overpowered. That was inside the box, but you know what I'm getting at. Like, we're very good. We are good at defending. It's just maybe closing down. Is Passmore going to get sent off here? What? Really? Is that a red card? I don't think so. Maybe it was. I probably wasn't paying attention. Well, we didn't put up a fight in the end. And I do apologise for that. But the players were probably thinking about the money coming in. That huge stadium, I think, was just a little bit too much for us. Let's have a look at this money then. Oh, that's beautiful. £1.8 million in the bank. £2 million income this month. That is very impressive. The profit, fabulous. And, well, I'm going to go to the board immediately and asked to improve. Oh dear. I asked quite recently, that's probably why they're annoyed. I can't ask. Is there anything I can improve? Is there any point improving junior coaching budget? Yeah, okay, that's good. Increase the scouting range? Okay. Expand the stadium. That's going to cost a lot of money. If we get promoted, then we're going to have to do that. But let's not do it too early. I think that's it for now. Warm weather training camp. We don't need that at the moment. We could improve. I'm not bothered about that. I'd rather wait for the training in the youth facilities to pop up again and then ask for that. So for today's second match, we're heading up the A34 and the M40 to the Midlands to take on Birmingham City. A few changes for this game then. Perry Miles is back in the team. Putting the trust in him, I'm sure many of you will be pleased to see. He's one of our own, and he's going to be playing in that attacking central midfield role. Austin Tilley's come in for Cochrane. Adam Pearce is coming for Lucas Long, and Hancock is in for the suspended Passmore. Birmingham have some decent players. They're one place below us in the table. It's 16th versus 17th. They've got a couple of real life players, James Garner and Ross back in goal. And on the left, their captain Andrew Hill looks pretty decent, I must say. I find this team talk funny because you can say it in the National League South. You can just imagine someone in Namibia looking at the National League South results and saying, oh yeah, Regen Rovers have just beaten Bromley. They're showing the world what it's all about. I'm tempted to go attacking, take the game to Birmingham. We've conceded 4 goals today without reply. I want some goals in this match to send the fans home happy, send you guys home happy. Come on, lads. Come on, Regen Rovers. The fight for survival continues. This is where we are in the table right now. 39 points if we draw today. Well, we've not done any attacking yet, have we? We've had 0 shots. 0. Maybe we should shoot on sight. Here we go. First highlight of the game. Here's Tilly into Perry Miles with that shoot on sight instruction. He's going to bang one in from 40 yards. That's knocked over. Looking for, I'm not entirely sure who he was looking for. And now they're playing a bit of head tennis. Oh no, it's through to Uchi or whatever his name is. Great save of Koro. But here's Scott. Off the post. How have they not scored? We've still not had a shot. It's bloody awful. We've got it on attacking as well. Maybe I should have just gone cautious and hit them on the counter. Oh, great save. Great save by Okoro. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go cautious because this isn't working. They're attacking. Oh, he's just about kept it out, hasn't he? That Spurs result seems to have had an impact on us, I think, on our morale. We've had 1 shot now that I've changed it to cautious, but that is awful. I'll take a draw. As I've always said, I'll take an away draw, but I wanted goals. Unlucky. Oh, damn it. That didn't work. I always think unlucky's the cop-out one that generally works, but it hasn't worked today. I'm going to play Patinama as an attacking winger. Focus the play down the left. See if that makes a difference. Just try something different because it's just not working today. And I'm getting frustrated on the sideline in my gold suit, aren't I? Here's Birmingham then with a throw-in. 46 minutes in, right at the start of the second half. Here they come. I suppose they're going to try and target down the left now with my with Patinama forwards a bit. That's headed away as far as Garner. Back to Treadwell, out wide to Marotto. Here's Scott. Back to Marotto. Gets his cross in. Blackman heads away. But we can't get rid of it properly. It's going to be a long range shot, isn't it? Garner, there we go. Oh, bloody long shots. Demand more. Free kick. Patinama. Come on, lad. Crosses in. Pearce heads on. Mark ball offside. Well, that's frustrating, isn't it? Patinama. Pearce heads on. Yeah, he's well offside. Right, we're bringing Grant Hunt on for Telly. We're going proper attacking. Going to drop. I'm going to put Flanagan into the halfback. In fact, let's do this. Deep line playmaker. Let's play 2 in the middle properly. Push the defensive line up a bit. Maybe not get stuck in. That's probably asking for trouble, isn't it? Okay. 1-0 down. 60 minutes on the clock. We've got a highlight before we've actually... I don't know if this is going to be a proper highlight. Often is a sort of fake highlight. Stevenson, great tackle before he's just gone off. Maybe he'll be able to create a goal with that tackle. Here's Tilly. Running at the back line. Puts a ball in. Patinama's offside again. But that's an encouraging sign before you've even made the changes. Oh, 2 offside goals. Is this one actually offside? Oh, that is tight. Great finish as well. Great cross. Maybe I shouldn't have brought off Tilly. Oh, it just isn't our day today, guys. Just isn't our day. Toby Brazil's coming on. We're going very attacking. I'm going to get the fullbacks to attack as well. Which is brave, I know. Everyone's charging up the pitch, looking to get us back into this game. It's just not been our day in front of goal, but there might be an opportunity to grip. We've had 2 shots because the offside shots don't count, of course. It's bloody ridiculous. Cross straight into the hands of the goalkeeper from Hancock. It's going to be a tough second. Well, we're 3/4 of the way through the season, basically, but it's going to be a tough last sort of quarter as they make it 2. Really poor from us. I think away from home we're struggling lately. Maybe we need to come up with something different away from home. We've got it on very attack and we're likely to concede another 2 thrashings for you if that happens. Here they come. Blocked. Flanagan. Can we get a consolation goal? Here's Mark Ball running onto it. Top goal scorer in the league. Crosses it in. Ryan Curtis. Come on! Patinama smashes it home from about 2 yards out. We keep it on very attacky. You never know. You never know. Let's have a look at this. Mark Ball caused all sorts of problems. Put the cross in. Ryan Curtis Unlucky not to get enough power behind the header, and then Patinama just took charge and smashed it home. But probably too little too late. However, there's a minute to go. We've given the ball away from a throw-in. How many throw-ins just go straight to the opposition as Oakes makes it? Nope, he doesn't make it 3. It's at the post. 40 seconds to try and grab a miraculous equaliser. Look at the statistics. It's just been awful, hasn't it? Here's Patinama leading the charge, though. Knocking it long for Mark Bull. Come on, Mark Bull. Crosses it. No. Oh, Birmingham. Maybe they will get a third after all. They do. Dario Downey. Hancock's had an absolute mare at right back. We need Passmore back in the team. Passmore's played well lately. It's a shame he got sent off against Spurs, isn't it? Oh, not a 4. What? That was undeserved. 4. They've got scored. The ref should have blown the whistle by now. We've conceded 4 goals 2 games in a row. There's something wrong here. And at Spurs, it's not a surprise, but against Birmingham, that's shocking. It's probably because I've gone very attacking for the last few minutes, but I mean, the ref should have blown his whistle, let's be honest. If they get a 5th, that would be good. Oh, that's poor. Really poor from us today. I'm actually going to be assertive as well. Not happy. So, we've dropped to 17th place with that result. We're 8 points above the relegation zone. We should be okay, but that is really quite a worrying defeat. Really worrying. But as you can see, away from home, it's a problem. We've lost the last 3 away league games. 1-0 against Stoke, 3-1 against Leeds, 4-1 against Birmingham. We did actually beat Brighton away from home in the Cup, but that's a bit of an anomaly. Luton 0-0 draw. Preston 5-3 defeat. The last away win in the league was against Sunderland back at the start of December. I think tactically we need to do something different away from home. Just maybe really defensive, very defensive. But then you're inviting so much pressure on it. It's difficult to know what to do. But I mean, we're likely to lose games. We're meant to be losing these games. Mark Bull's still top goal scorer, by the way. 17 goals, 3 ahead of his rival Zaharia for Brentford. Next few games: Crystal Palace, West Brom, 2 tough games. QPR. Sheffield Wednesday, that's a must-win game. I might show that one. Maybe Sheffield Wednesday and Fulham. Or QPR, I don't know. We'll see. But thank you for watching today's episode. Apologies that we've conceded 8 goals and only scored 1. That is pretty shocking. But that's where we are at now. We're in the Championship. We're playing tough teams. We've taken on Spurs in the Cup. A very tough Premier League team, of course. But positive is we've got a load of money in today, so I'm happy with that. Until next time, enjoy FM90 and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.